Hi, welcome to another edition of Weekend Box Office Predictions and Movie Review. Today is February 19th, and I'm going to give my predictions for this coming weekend of February 19th through the 21st. Also going to talk about 3 new movies, and as well give prediction on those and holdovers from last week. Hey, so far though, the 3 new movies that are coming out, there's not a lot of social buzz going on with these movies. I've been seeing that everywhere this week. However though, we got 3 great movies I believe that are coming out. So, in one sense, there's actually a holy war going on as well, because we have a movie based on Satanism and we have a movie based on Christ. So it's kind of an interesting weekend for these 2 movies to be coming out. So I think the other reason too is because these movies all have generic names. So first movie is Risen, and it's playing in 2,900 theaters, and it is about the resurrection of Jesus Christ, and this is through the eyes of a non-believer. The main character in his name is Claudius, and he's a powerful military tribune, and his aide's name is Lucius. And they're set with the task of finding out what happened to the body of Christ the weeks after he had been buried. So obviously they knew his body had disappeared. They just believed it was stolen. They didn't believe that he had actually risen from the dead. So this is the account of what this movie is about. It is looking great. I'm very impressed with this movie so far. And the reviews on it are excellent. It is getting 8s, 9s, 10s across the board. It is playing in 2,900 theaters at just under 2 hours, and I see this movie coming in right at $10 million for this coming weekend. Hey, next is the movie Race, and it is about the movie, it's a Jesse Owens story when he was at the Olympics in 1936 in Berlin, Germany. If you've never seen a Jesse Owens movie, probably a great time to check this out. Check on, see what his bio is about and so forth. I'm not sure what more this movie can add. However, though, it does look clean and fresh, so it's probably a good take on his story. The ratings are coming in are really good as well on this movie. They're anywhere from 7, 8. I haven't seen any 9 or 10s yet, so it's still a good. It's still getting good ratings, and the reviews are excellent. So this movie does run 2 hours and 15 minutes, though. So. It's playing a little bit long, probably for bio, but it is coming in at 2,400 theaters. My prediction for this movie is $8.5 million for this coming weekend. And last is the new movies that are coming out this weekend that I'm going to review is The Witch, and it's a New England folktale. This movie takes place in 1630, and it's a time when the English Puritan settlers were coming over, and this family, with their names were William and Catherine. They have 5 kids, and they decided that they wanted to settle more on the outskirts, so they settled near the wilderness, which is supposedly haunted by witches and other things. One thing about this time period is that witches were a reality to the Puritans. They truly believed that they haunted your everyday life, and that if you did certain things or whatever, that they were coming to get you. In this case, they have 5 kids, and their youngest son actually turns up missing. So they blame the witches, and next thing you know, their crops fail. Next thing you know, they're starting to turn on one another, and just everything continues to go wrong for this family. One thing that's really neat about this movie is the director, Robert Eggers, spent 4 years researching this movie. This movie did premiere at the, from my understanding, at the Sundance Festival, and it just was a big hit. So, but he spent 4 years in his research, going through different things from the setup, from the farm. He used the actual wood. He created the tools that they would have to build the barns and different kind of things. So everything gives it that crude look that they would have had at that time. Also, their clothing was the same as this. It was made from the same material they had available at that time. And also, which I kind of find interesting, was he came across diaries of things that kids said why they were possessed. And he uses these same words, supposedly, in the dialogue that the kids say why they are possessed. So it's pretty interesting to see how the take of this movie did come out on that. So overall, though, the reviews on this movie are just great. Everyone is liking this movie. I have not seen a bad review on it yet. I think this movie is would do very well if it was playing completely nationwide. I think it'd be probably 11, 12 million. It's playing in 1,800 theaters. I'm giving a prediction of 6.2 million. I'm not going to be surprised to see this movie do 8.5, 9 million though. I'm going a little bit conservative though because the other neat part about this movie is he used unknown actors, and he wanted to get the effect of how real people would react in these situations instead of someone that may have had more training and so forth. So this movie's going to be interesting to watch and see how it does. I would love for it to perform well. I think the other reason why it may not do as high either is because it's already slated to come out on DVD, Blu-ray within 90 days. So probably most people will hold off to see it until then. Hey, for the holdovers, we got Deadpool coming up here for its second week, and it's going to be #1 again. I'm giving a prediction of this movie at 70.5 million. Usually these movies have huge drop-offs. I'm going a little bit higher because I think it will still perform very well. I'm shooting for it, so I'm kind of anxious to see where the other experts put this movie in, so I'll take a peek at that here in a little bit. Next is Kung Fu Panda 3. My prediction for this movie this coming weekend is 11.9 million. Next is How to Be Single. I have it coming in at 8.1 million this coming weekend. I'm sorry, 8 million this weekend. Zoolander 2. This movie is just going to drop really bad, even worse than it did in its debut. I'm going to put it at 4.8 million. Next is The Revenant, and I have it coming in at 4.2 million this weekend. Star Wars is next, and my prediction for it is 3.7 million. And last is Hail Caesar. I have it coming in at 3.5 million. Hey, that's it for episode 19. I'm anxious to see how Deadpool will fare this weekend. And hey, please like, subscribe, and I really appreciate those that are tuning in each and every week. Can I be #1 again and beat the expert coming up here for this next week? I'm looking forward to climbing back on top. And hey, giving you predictions that you can count on that are better than the weatherman. Take care.